Hello guys, welcome to the Black Spin Global podcast featured on the New York Times. I am Lucy.
And I'm Eugene.
And guys, welcome to day 5 at Wimbledon. Obviously the intro was a bit different.
Crazy.
Because, if you follow us on social, you will see that our official feature with the New York Times is out, where we shared our story, what we've been through, how we've grown this platform, how Eugene started this platform, and a big up thank you to Stacey China for reaching out to us, and a massive thank you to those who collaborated into the feature to give us some nice comments.
Those cosigns, huge.
Those cosigns were huge. Tamani Carriol from The Guardian, Jermaine Jenkins, also Francis Tiafoe as well. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. Eugene, how are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm buzzing, Lucy. I'm buzzing.
I am too.
After
I don't think I'm going to sleep. I nearly cried, but yeah.
And you're back in your own bed tonight as well.
Eugene is like, deep down, he's so excited. Like, he's like, I've got my bed. I don't have this girl waking me up early in the morning. I don't have to iron someone's clothes. But first of all, I will say, Eugene is a great host. Aww. I will give it to you. You know, guys, he always asks me, do you eat breakfast? Every night when we get home, he's like, do you have clothes to iron? He made sure that the bed was comfy, new sheets, everything. He let me get ready. So if you are a black woman and you're very good and you're respectful, good education, I have a good brother for you around here.
This ain't Hinge. This ain't Hinge. Hinge live at Wimbledon.
I'm just saying, man, my big bro, man, he's he's a good man, Like, look, I'm good. I've been sleeping well refreshed. But yeah,
I'm glad you've had a good time.
I had a good time.
But listen, let's get into the tennis.
Let's get into tennis.
What a day!
What a day, actually.
Like, I don't know where to. I say I don't know where to start. We should start with, I think, Jasmine Paolini.
For sure. First match of the day, anyway.
First, exactly, on court number one. Mm-hmm. Her second match on court number one, actually, during these championships. And yeah, what a match she played, man. So it was against Bianca Andreescu, and it was a 7-6, 6-1 victory. Just under the roof, because it was raining first thing this morning and pretty much into the afternoon as well. But yeah, Jasmine Paolini, what a match. I watched most of it because you were elsewhere watching Big Foe, Alcaraz, which we'll talk about later on. But yeah, I was just so impressed with Paolini. And going into it, Lucy, too, and we did speak about it on the previous pod, obviously. I was confident because obviously she's the 7th seed. We did mention that Andreescu and Paolini had played before. I don't think we did say it was at the French, though, because I think I forgot after. Yeah. So obviously that was a recent, meeting at the last Grand Slam. Yeah. Paolini ended up winning. And we all know what happened when, Paolini beat Bianca Andreescu at a Grand Slam. Not saying that it's gonna happen here, but good omens. Good omens.
Keep an eye in it.
Exactly. Definitely keep an eye. But just on the match, I thought with Paolini, she just it's kind of what she's been showing throughout the season in terms of just this level of being. She's a top 10 player now. And she just looks so comfortable, kind of in that place in terms of being among the top 10 seeds, at a Grand Slam. Now she's reached the 4th round or better at every single Grand Slam she's played so far this season. Obviously, the US Open is still to come. She keeps breaking these milestone or having these milestone moments at these the biggest events. Yeah. Which is, again, it's just a great sign. It just shows as well, in terms of her all-court game, which we spoke about a bit in the preview pod. Yeah. Reaching the semi-finals at Eastbourne, now reaching the second week at Wimbledon. Before this year, she'd never got past the first round. And now she's looking basically looking like a routine, grass court player. She's been playing on grass, for God knows how long. Yeah. But yeah, I was just mightily impressed with Paolini.
Apparently that second set was crazy.
Because to be fair, the first set was tight, and obviously it went to a tie break. And I want to say they exchanged breaks so the first 2 games, they broke each other. So
Right.
I want to say Paolini was serving first. Andreescu broke her. Paolini then broke Andreescu to make it 1-1. And then she held. So she was Paolini was the first player to hold. And then from there, they both kept holding serve until it reached the tiebreak. And then Paolini stepped things up in that tiebreak, won it 7-4. And then the second set just carried on the momentum, 6-1. Like, yeah, pretty comfortable. I mean, 6-1 shows that she was pretty comfortable. I don't know if you have any kind of thoughts. Did you see any like clips or highlights?
I was keeping an eye more for the first set.
Okay.
Because I had my computer and stuff, and it did look pretty tight.
Yeah.
By what I was seeing, I thought even like, oh, is this going to be a 3-setter? But I had Paolini winning that match anyways. Yeah. I just knew it was going to be, you know, like a battle because Andreescu been on form. We've said it before. She's been playing really well. She made it the finals of the grass tournament and stuff. But in terms of this entire year, what Paolini has achieved compared to what Bianca has achieved is completely different. So she is like, you know, she has this full momentum. And I think her getting all of this positive energy and winning, and like you said earlier, like, you know, achieving so many different things in such a quick period of time as well, I think is really motivating her. So yeah, but it looked like it was a great match. When I saw that lineup, I was like, oh shoot, like this looks good. Yeah. So I'm really happy for her. Happy that Andreescu as well is doing well. Like I said, we need more of that. I'm here for good players like her that, you know, are getting better. The same way with Emma. Like I said this before, like, you know, all of these players that before were not
Emma
really...
who? Emma Navarro or Emma Raducanu?
Emma Raducanu, of course.
But yeah, just to clarify.
Yeah, just to clarify. But yeah, shout out to both of them for putting out, and shout out to Paolini for making it to, you know, the second week.
Crazy. So I went to her press, and it was funny because she was scheduled for one of the smaller rooms initially. But there was so many like reporters basically there to see her and speak to her. So they ended up moving it to like the main theatre, which I found very funny, and I did tweet it. But again, that just shows like the eye is on her now. Like she's the Italian number one.
Yeah.
I mean, you've said it as well. Like hopefully, like she's going to be at the WTA finals. Right now, she's actually number 6 in the world in the live rankings. Yep. So
up.
It's like it could happen. And again, I wouldn't be surprised, and she definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
In press, I did ask her because, and we'll talk about who she's playing next. But Madison Keys had just finished her match against Marta Kostyuk, so that confirmed that they'll be meeting in the 4th round. So I did ask Paolini like what her thoughts are, kind of going into that match, and here's what she said.
It's going to be tough. I think last year I did 2 games or 3 against her in Dubai, but I hope it's gonna be a different match. You know, and I practiced with her in Eastbourne once, and I don't know. I'm looking forward for this match. I hope to play a good match, and we'll see.
So yeah, really really good insight like from Paolini. Like it's funny too how they both coincidentally ended up practicing together at Eastbourne, which I thought it was quite nice. Like,
I wish I caught that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That would have been an interesting, like
because normally I always go Eastbourne, but because of my schedule, I didn't go as early.
A bit crazy this year, as we know. But yeah, it was like I said, so many Italian reporters and English too. To be fair, I wasn't the only English-speaking journalist in there.
Yeah, because normally a lot of Paolini's press, I think there was one that I did where I was the only English one.
Yeah. I
asked 2 questions and then...
No, there were, I want to say there were at least 4 or 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and I love that because the more eye is like on her in terms of like getting the notoriety, like she deserves it. So it's just great to see. And like I said, the fact that her and Keys ended up practiced together at Eastbourne, like it's pretty cute.
Yeah. 100%.
And again, as we do now know, we can move on to Madison Keys. Picked up a nice win against Marta Kostyuk, the 18th seed, 6-4, 6-3. I said that she basically picked up from where she left off against Wang Yifan in the round before. So Keys is yet to drop a set at Wimbledon.
I swear she did that. That's what happened last year as well.
Really? Because she did mention that she played Kostyuk last year.
No. The whole drop a set thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't look.
No, I remember when, because she did Eastbourne and she came here.
Yeah, she won Eastbourne.
She won
yeah.
it. Literally from Eastbourne to like when she like lost, like she did not drop a set.
That rings a bell, actually.
Yeah.
It was a silly
She's
one.
doing it again.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. She needs to keep it up, man.
So, yeah, Keys, another one in great form. And just I do enjoy going to her press conferences because, like I said, like she always gives like really thoughtful and like in-depth answers. So again, I put to her the fact that she's going to be playing Jasmine Paolini in the next round. And yeah, here's what she said.
I think it's going to be a tough match. She's obviously playing some of her best tennis of her career. She's had a fantastic year so far, and we practiced in Eastbourne and she was playing some really good grass tennis. So I'm happy that we got to practice, so I at least kind of know what's coming. But I mean, I'm fully anticipating it being a very difficult match.
So again, like similar on the Paolini thing about the practice, like it's funny because she laughed and she said, oh, she's happy she managed to get like a practice in, so she kind of has an idea of like what to expect going into the match, which I found quite funny. Just back to the match quickly, I appreciated how honest Keys was as well, because obviously she spoke about her level being, you know, pretty good, but she also said that, yeah, you know, she probably, if Kostyuk was asked like how she played, like she probably would say she wasn't playing her best. And I just find that like quite humbling, like in terms of a player to like acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Although she was obviously happy about her own level,
Yeah.
but she was also aware that like Kostyuk wasn't playing, you know, to her peak.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she still took advantage of that. There's some players, they can play against someone who's not playing their best and still don't know how to capitalize off
exactly.
that. So
exactly.
yeah, at least she did.
But yeah, I just like that kind of thoughtfulness from Keys. And yeah, this match in prospect now with Jasmine Paolini, like what a match.
Yeah.
Like two big hitters. I think there was an Italian journalist actually that kind of said, he put the question to Keys again about like what her thoughts are or kind of going into the match against Paolini. Apparently Paolini said that Keys doesn't have a forehand, like her forehand is like a gun. In other words, like it's just like just a ridiculously powerful shot.
Right.
And obviously that must have been like in Italian.
Yeah.
So yeah, like both are very complimentary of each other's games. Like there's that mutual respect there, which again I love. And yeah, Lucy, like it's just it's an amazing match, like in prospect. I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to be on the Sunday, and also Keys finally gets a day off because she's been playing back-to-back days because of the crappy
rain delays,
London.
yeah.
I say London British summertime, if you could call it that. So yeah, man, well played to Keys and Paolini too. Fourth round. We did say before as well in our Wimbledon preview pod that bottom half is stacked with a lot of black girls. So
No comment.
we're here now. Like this is where it gets like you know, it gets tricky. So we're going to be losing a few, but also we're going to also be gaining a few as well, getting into the latter stages of the tournament. So yeah, we look forward to seeing that. Coco Gauff now, second seed, the one literally right at the bottom of that bottom half. Nice 6-4, 6-love victory over the British qualifier, Sene Kartal. I don't know why I've got a sunny Kartal here. It's Sene Kartal. Good win for Gauff. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, she played. So the first set was quite like, you know, quite close.
Tight,
yeah, it was tight. But Coco just leveled up. She honestly just leveled up. I was really amazed. She looked really comfortable. I loved seeing how she immediately had the game plan into making her opponent like very uncomfortable to a point where I think just got her shook in the second set. And one thing I want to give up on, because you guys always chat so much about that, is her forehand that match. Like the rallies,
smacking
during
it.
that match, and the way she was hitting that, like, it was smooth. It wasn't long. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too like rough. It wasn't a thing where she was just hitting just for the case of like just for the sake of hitting. Like, she was really rallying well and hitting well with her forehand. Like, it was just amazing. And I was just like, so you can do this, and you will be able to do this, and and that's why I never really entertained too much the whole forehands thing.
Yeah.
I entertained more of the just focus here, like think a little bit, take time with it. But I knew she always had the potential to improve that forehand and stuff. But yeah, during that match, there was some rallies, especially the second set, where it was just amazing. But Kartal was just, I think she was just really thrown off. Maybe as well, there was pressure as well, being like the Brit and stuff. But still, shout out to her. She made it. She's a qualifier, made it all the way to this round. And she did play against a Grand Slam champion. She might not have won Wimbledon. But she's the second seed. She's a Grand Slam champion, so it would have never been easy for her anyways. So, but I'm super proud of Coco for fighting through and just, playing so well. That was easy, like her best match in a while.
Yeah, to get that bagel second set as well. It's pretty it's a bit of a statement. Are we going to include anything from her press, or are we just going to speak about it?
I think we could just speak about it.
Yeah.
You can speak about the question that you asked her as well.
Yeah, I mean, she came in obviously quite upbeat, which I guess isn't like a surprise considering she's into the second week at Wimbledon for the third time. Mm-hmm. And I did ask her about that as well. Like, just basically said, like, yeah, Wimbledon, it must be a pretty special place to you, just because obviously this is kind of where you made your breakthrough. Mm-hmm. Back in, what year was that again? 2019, when she beat Venus. Mm-hmm. Was it 2019 or 2020? It was 2019. It was 2019. And yeah, she just said that, of course, like, it's Wimbledon. Kind of what all the players say, really. Like, it's a special kind of event for them, even though they're not necessarily British. But, like, Wimbledon is, like, the pinnacle, of like, the sport, almost. And, like, some things that, like, fans, or certain fans anyway, may find, like, slightly rigid or old-fashioned, like the traditions.
But
I think most players actually like that. The fact you can only wear all white, like...
Yeah, it is different from all of them, because all of them are complete different. They're more casual. You can go to Australia with flip-flops.
Exactly.
Like, whereas here, it's like a whole different story. I think for me, what I like is the fact that she actually did say that she's not too sure why she feels that way, but she feels like she doesn't know if it's a thing where it's her first big tournament. I mean, Wimbledon is why all the eyes... Yeah. I mean, like, Wimbledon's where, like, she broke through and she had that big match, like you said. But she said for some reason she always gets scared here.
Nervous.
Nervous the first round. But now she's passed that, obviously, so she's okay. But it's interesting that she feels that way, because she be playing like so confidently. She's been looking like,
it's routine.
It's all it's all through. I can understand this year why she felt nervous if she did, because of what happened last year. But the other times, I don't really, see why. Because when I see Coco, I just see her someone just like a confident girl. I just want to go and get it.
Yannick Sinner is on his way to the media theatre.
We should have warned you
guys. We got interrupted by the number one, but again, we are on site. We are on site. So yeah, but that's the last announcement anyway, so we should be fine. But
yeah, I also liked she spoke about, like, not taking wins for granted, which I found very, like, I found that fascinating, because like she's the world number 2. She wins a lot, and yeah, it's like you would think it's like I mentioned the word routine. It's not routine. Like, there's effort and, like, kind of a lot that goes into these wins, but, like, for her to say, like, yeah, she also kind of makes sure that she doesn't take those, like, wins for granted. Like, it's great insight, but also I wasn't, like, not that I didn't give it much thought, but just hearing it from her, like, I was like, wow, that's just fascinating. Like, yeah. So she takes on Emma Navarro next.
Yep.
Not Emma Raducanu.
No, Emma.
Confusion. I'm not sure on whose part, like, if it was
I think it was.
the interviewer.
Yeah,
or,
it was. It was their fault
but
because they said Emma, and obviously.
but they would have said Navarro though. Sure, they wouldn't have just
No,
said
she
Emma.
just said Emma, and I think obviously from the way Coco said it, I feel like she probably did not know her draw because, some players they don't check their full draw; they just look at who am I playing next.
Yeah,
So she thought she was talking about Emma Raducanu,
but it's actually Emma
but
Navarro
it's actually Emma Navarro.
who beat Naomi Osaka. So
Yes.
that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2 Americans.
2 Americans. She did say that, she she said that they're not like they proper friend, but she grew up with her and stuff. Like the last match that they played against each other was like a very long time ago, like when they were really young. But they said that she's very friendly, her family are friendly and stuff. So she's looking forward to playing her after such a long time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially the way Navarro was playing during like Osaka's match. That means it's gonna be a big babe tennis match.
And I want to say that Navarro is the 19th seed. So, but obviously Coco being number 2 seed. I mean, yeah. And then the quarterfinals, what are we saying?
What are we saying?
As in, who plays who? So the winner of that match plays the winner of Paolini Keys in the quarterfinals. Why? How did we get here?
How do we get here?
But
This is so unfair.
it is what it is. But yeah, shouts out to Coco Gauff. And also, yeah, shouts out to Kartal as well for making it this far as a qualifier.
Shout out to the Brits, man. Tennis is coming home.
Yeah. Let's go. Some defeats now, Lucy. Francis Tiafoe, man. 5-set thriller. Agonizing match. Like, you were there for most of it. Man, I am still gutted for Francis, but at the same time very proud.
Very, very proud.
Yeah, obviously coming in, he had the MCL sprain, which is why he was wearing the knee brace. But to take the defending champion to 5 sets. To be fair, he started the match like...
So he started the first 2 sets.
No, he took the opening set.
He took the opening set. But all I'm saying that the first 2 sets...
Alcaraz won the second set 6-2.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the first set, Tiafoe was just like on fire. I felt like Alcaraz just did not really know what to do. Like
He was rattled.
Throughout
He was definitely
the
rattled.
match till that 4th set, Alcaraz just did not know what to do. He just did not know. It's like he had no game plan, or whatever game plan that he had just
He was
did
shook.
not actually work. And I don't blame him. Maybe he went into the match underestimating how much
It's a great point.
Tiafoe
It's a
had
great
in
point.
him as
It's
well.
a great point. I think a lot of people did, though, to be honest. I don't think a lot
They
of people
did, because when I
expected
was
much from
reading the
Tiafoe.
comments, a lot of people were like, my expectations were not this high, and he just like blew us away and stuff. Like, I don't think a lot of people did. Personally, me, I knew that Tiafoe was gonna come and bring in his best tennis because he knew how big this match was. He also shared on his Telegraph interview with Uche Amako, shout out to him, and that article that they did together before Wimbledon, where he said that he actually wanted to play on centre court and he hated the fact that he never played on it. So having that, and then you're playing against, the defending champ, and you're playing a centre court, you're having the fans, a lot of Americans come to Wimbledon, by the way, as well.
It's a popcorn match.
It's a popcorn match. Like, he knows, and Tiafoe likes that type of
loves it.
vibe. He likes that energy. So I think all of that just helped him. And, on top of all of that, he wants to go far. And he wants to be playing better, especially that, he even admitted himself, like, the beginning of this year has not been great for him. So having that, I've definitely pushed him a lot more. And yeah, honestly, shout out to both of them for giving us that match. Alcaraz is just, I don't know, man. Like,
Alcaraz.
he's just, he's just different. Hence why when he was that 4th set, and I was like looking at the match, I was like, if Francis doesn't break him here, it's gonna be tough, because if he goes to a tie break, Alcaraz is just. He's just a different person, because he's someone where he's very hungry, and when he has that mindset, that is it. And that's why also I have to give props to Tiafoe for being able to break him in the other sets. Because the second, like, this time, there was games where if Alcaraz was, like, down 0-40, he would just go back up.
Yeah.
But there were times in some games where Tiafoe was actually able to break him.
Exactly,
And to me, I was like, that's just amazing, because with Alcaraz, he's not easy to break. He's really not easy to break. So either way, despite of the result, believe me, France has played his best tennis that he's played this year. He made Alcaraz work. Like, he really did. And I couldn't be more, like, happy and proud of him. Like, obviously, yes, would have loved for him to win, but considering his year, considering the slight injury, and considering that pressure of you facing such a player like Alcaraz, who's three-time Grand Slam champion on top of that, and you're very competitive as well, mate, you have to give it off to him. My only hope is that he carries this on and uses that
which
match
I think he will, definitely,
to fill him for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I just, everything you said, Lucy, I completely agree with, and well said. But yeah, I just love the way he stepped up, because coming in, like we all know, like we said initially with the injury, like he's not 100%. So the fact that he was able to take Alcaraz to 5 sets, this is their third meeting too. So now Alcaraz does lead the head-to-head 2-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, their last 2 meetings now have gone the distance. Obviously, New York in that semi-final, the US Open, that was a 5-setter, and now here at Wimbledon too. So yeah, like we all know, again, Tiafoe, he loves like the kind of the big moment. And like I said, the fact that he, and you've said it as well very clearly, the fact that he was able to bring it, like it shows he's on the right path. And yeah, just very happy that he got to play on centre court, long overdue. And clearly the fans, they enjoyed it. Like it was a show, and both put on that show.
Oh yeah, no, the being in there, mate, it was
With the roof
loud.
closed as well.
Yeah, as far. Do you know what? Believe me or not, yeah, there were actually more fans cheering for Tiafoe
I'm
than
not that
Alcaraz.
surprised, to be honest.
Like, honestly speaking, like even at the end of the match, there was a crazy standing ovation. Like they were clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping. Like it was, and because it was closed, it was even louder than ever. But the crowd was the loudest when he literally left the court. Yeah. But even before that, like even like the last set, when Alcaraz was serving for the match, people were shouting "Big Foe, Big Foe, Big Foe." Like, I was hearing more Big Foe than Alcaraz. So yeah, it just shows to you that, you know, a lot of people like love, and I think a lot of the fans were excited to see him playing at such a good level. Like we need more of this from him, and I hope that we can keep on getting it. But even during his press as well, speaking of centre court, you know, like someone did ask him, like, you know, this is the match that he wanted. You know, he was living it up to it. He was sending, you know, funny, nice, competitive shots to Alcaraz, saying, yeah, he's coming for him. And he did come for him. He did. You know, he really did come for him. But yeah, and then they asked him, like, what's in terms of experience of, like, his time on centre and, you know, playing with against someone like Alcaraz, and how does that affect him moving forward? And this is what he said.
No, it was good. It was huge. It was huge for me to be in that environment again and play a match of, you know, such high quality. Me coming after one of the best players in the world, and, you know, putting my game on display at the highest level, a court I've never played on. So I mean, that definitely sparked a huge light under me. I mean, I had so much fun playing out there. I felt so comfortable. You know, I really thought the match was there for me to take, and I just take a lot of confidence from that. Something I needed. You know, I haven't been happy playing. It's been really tough. So to be able to do that and compete like that at the highest level, that's going to help me a lot. You know, for the summer swing, and obviously going to the Open, where I want to perform my best as well.
But yeah, so that was a really good answer from him. Again, I'm glad that he's also thinking about the US swing and everything, like he mentioned.
It was sad to hear though him say like he's not been happy playing as well. Like, but obviously that's because of the results. I
don't feel like he even needs to say that, because we've seen it.
See it.
Yeah, we've seen it. So I'm even happy that he said that, because
True.
then it shows that, okay,
It matters.
it
He
matters
cares.
him and it affects him and stuff. And he is trying to work and fix this. It's not like it's a thing where he doesn't care. I'm glad that he's skipping the Olympics, to be honest, so he can get straight into hardcore and, you know, get straight into it. I think that was a smart move. I'm one of the few who don't judge the players for deciding skipping the Olympics. To me, makes perfect sense, especially if it's a thing where you haven't had such a great season.
And he's played it before too. So it's not like he's never had that
He played
experience.
it before.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, he's not a massive fan of clay compared to like hardcore as well. So yeah, but either way, thank you, Francis. Thank you, Alcaraz, for such a amazing match. I was enjoying that match so much. I didn't even realize I haven't even eaten. Literally ate my first meal at 6-7 p.m. But yeah, so shout out to him. I hope that he's really proud of what he's accomplished. And yeah, what a match.
No, well said. Another defeat now. Monfils and Tiafoe. His Wimbledon is over now after straight sets defeat to 10th seed Grigor Dimitrov. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch much of it. I saw the ending, so like the last set basically. And
I was doing the Alcaraz match. Oh, sorry guys,
God,
I'm very tired. Sorry,
we're
that
recording
was
here, like, this ain't a
so unprofessional.
I was yawning and talking, crazy.
Guys,
Am
sorry.
I that boring? Damn.
I'm just really tired. We've been working hard the last couple of days.
We have day 5 in that.
Day 5.
But yeah, I went to Monfils' presser afterwards just to kind of see how he was feeling, because he had a nasty kind of slip at the back of the court in the third set towards the end of it, where he kind of nearly took out the lineswoman. And yeah, he came into press like wearing, he had like his left wrist or hand taped. It looked like ice, like an ice pack. So I asked him how it was, and he said initially he was more worried about his knee, because he's had like knee issues in the past. But yeah, it turned out like the wrist seemed to be a bit more of an issue for him. But he was able to finish the match, thankfully, unlike some people yesterday. That was a bit unnecessary, I'm sorry. I didn't need to say that. But keep it in though, Lucy, please.
Oh yeah, I will. I like shady Eugene.
Sorry. I'm feeling myself, man. I like to relax. I really need to relax.
No. Come on, New York Times.
I need to relax.
They will understand.
I need to relax. But yeah, I like everybody knows, like our thing is about positivity. So I didn't want to like kind of dwell on like the fact that he'd lost the match and, you know, you're out of a tournament. So I asked him basically like how he would evaluate his grass court season. Obviously reaching the semi-finals in Mallorca the week before, and the third round at Wimbledon. That's a good run.
Yeah.
And also he was the junior Wimbledon champion in 2004, which was the year he was world #1 junior. So I just basically asked him like how special Wimbledon is to him, and here's what he said.
I think it's very beautiful here. It's honestly, it's I always say that it's. I wish I could play much better here, because I really like the place. I like the vibes. Unfortunately, I've been not playing my best tennis here yet, maybe. But it's just this. It's really hard because I really like Wimbledon. Honestly, I really like Wimbledon. It's beautiful, like a really beautiful tournament, and you know, I'm sad that I couldn't made at least the quarter.
So yeah, I love the fact that like he's, you know, he likes the vibes. He said, which I found quite funny. But yeah, also there's like this urge or desire to like kind of want to do better at Wimbledon, like in his pro career. I think the best result he's had, don't quote me, I'm literally checking this as I like read it out. I want to say 4th round. Don't think he's reached the quarters. Let me check this. Sorry, you see. Oh, okay, the 4th round, and that was back in 2018. So yeah, like he obviously Wimbledon is a special place to him, but like I said, there's like this desire to want to do better and he kind of joked and said, "Oh, like maybe in the future he still can," and like laughed because obviously we all know he's 37 now. So how many Wimbledons are left in Monfils? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think overall he just said he's happy with like the matches that he's been able to get under his belt, like during this grass court campaign.
I mean, even this entire year, he's been doing.
And
really
again,
well.
he's also been struggling too to get back-to-back wins. So he's had a nice kind of run again during this grass season, where he's been able to win back-to-back matches. And similar to what we said with Francis, like this should hopefully stand him in good stead going into the summer, like US summer swing.
Yeah.
And he does perform well in the States.
Yeah.
So, and again, they love him in America, and like in that part of the world. So, yeah, just very good to see Monfils like playing like high level tennis.
Yeah.
It's a shame he didn't get through today, but I've liked what I've seen from him. Like
For sure.
during.
I mean, he
this
did play
Wimbledon.
Dimitrov, who's been, he's top 10.
Exactly. He's
He's
having
been
like
playing-
a revival.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew it was going to be kind of a tough one, but at least, he's done what he had to do. But yeah.
So that literally wraps up day 5, Lucy. We did have Ben Shelton, Denis Shapovalov. That did
Yeah.
start, but the weather's been so bad that finished after 5 games. So Shelton leads 3-2, and that will continue on day 6. Looking forward to that one, actually.
I am, for sure. And that's been moved to a show court. So
Is it
even if
number
it
one?
rains,
Sick.
even if it rains tomorrow, it will
Love
still be
that.
on number 1 court.
Love
so
that.
that's good.
But I won't be here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lucy. So
It's-
Lucy's going to be the one here, like, just slugging it out on her own.
Yep, guys. And I'm out here yawning on the mic. So can you imagine? So guys, tomorrow if I fumble, please
You won't fumble.
be nice.
You're
Be
a
nice
pro.
with me. Be patient with me.
You are a pro.
But aside from the Shelton match tomorrow, we also have Fils versus Romain Safulin.
Safulin, exactly.
Russian, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And also the new favorite for a lot of people, Mpetshi, Perricard, and Emil Reservoir. Yeah. See, this is why Eugene says
Stop it.
the order of play,
Stop
because
it. You both
I
said
do
both
not know how to
fine.
pronounce these names. But yeah,
It's a shame they're both on the same time. Like
they are
first on.
both 11 a.m.
God damn.
Oh,
God
don't know how
damn.
I'm gonna do it, but
No, you'll be fine, man.
yeah. I have a feeling the feast match will be longer.
Really.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I can just like feel it. But we'll see. Either way, our boy is gonna kill it, gonna bag it all.
I'm
shall.
confident about tomorrow too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're looking at 3 wins there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Never want to tempt fate, but yeah, I'm confident. So good luck to them,
For sure.
and hopefully the weather behaves for those on the outside courts. So
Let's
yeah,
see.
guys, that wraps up day 5.
At
Lucy.
Wimbledon.
So yeah, thanks for listening, and again, massive thank you to Stacey China
For real.
for that New York Times feature. Like that is very humbling, man. And yeah, thanks for all the love you guys are showing as well. Like it means a lot. And Lucy, thank you too, for trusting me and like not taking no for an answer. Like for me, well, I didn't take no for an answer, but yeah. No, I appreciate you, man. It's a pleasure to be doing this again, 2nd year in a row with you.
Well, I'm here, best co-host, best everything. But yeah,
the black spin
I'm glad.
baddie.
The black spin
Crazy.
baddie.
But yeah, guys, we out until tomorrow.
Peace.
Take care.